So I'm going to be talking today about how I stay healthy on the road. On the road being literally anywhere in the world, usually in Europe. And it's going to be I'm going to talk about the foods that I eat that I can get literally almost anywhere. And again, they're cheap, they're healthy, and most of them that I'm going to be talking about are really versatile because you can use for a quick snack, like throw together, maybe chop them up and throw them together for a salad, or just cook them together. Cook them up in a pan or a pot for an easy stir fry. With very little extra, ingredients or prep needed. Maybe just a little salt, pepper if you have that lying around, but that's it. All right, so I'll get right to it. Um, First, as I was holding up here, are bananas. Of course, you can get these almost anywhere, and they're awesome because you don't need any extra, bag or you don't need to wash them. So they're great to just grab on the go, especially when you're traveling from one place to the other. And they fill you up and they're healthy. So what else do you need? All right. So what else? Yeah. So obviously, so fruits and vegetables. But, bananas, apples are nice, they're a little bit bigger, and it's better to wash them. So they have, like, an honorary mention here, and, let's see, carrots, so things that, like fruits and vegetables that I'm gonna mention now that you can both cook or eat raw, so, the most versatile are carrots, and they're also super, super cheap. Like, almost anywhere you go, you'll notice carrots in a grocery store are some of the lowest cost, vegetables or fruits that you can find. And, of course, you can eat them raw, in a salad, or, chop them up and put them in a stir fry. So carrots definitely get a top spot. Um, then other things, okay, a little bit more expensive, but still doable, like bell peppers. Again, you can eat them raw or cook them. Um, Maybe getting an onion. Again, same deal. You can cook it or eat it raw. What else here? I'm just going off the top of my head. These are like my go-to snacks. Maybe not an onion. You can't eat that by itself, unlike the other ones. But okay, let's say for things that you cook, definitely on the cheaper and healthy end is rice or brown rice. If you can get brown rice, I always would get that over white, even if I'm spending, okay, it's a little bit, you're talking 50 cents, maybe a dollar or two more. But to me, it's worth, springing for that extra cost because I think personally it tastes better and it gets digested slower. So it's not, it's higher in fiber, and I'm gonna put a link actually because it's a lot of information like brown versus white rice. But yeah, I just know it's generally healthier for you. I'm not like a nutritional, advisor, but I do know that. So brown rice. Another thing that's super super underrated that I think should be everyone's go-to, especially when they're traveling on the road looking for something cheap and that will fill you up, is lentils. Yeah, that was like a dramatic pause, like, "Eh, okay." Um, I love how I'm doing this live, but no one's watching, so I could just be weird, doesn't matter. Um, so yeah, lentils are super filling, packed with protein, and you can usually find them really, really cheap. You can once they're okay, you do have to cook them, but once they are cooked, you can throw them in salads, or you can kind of make a dish. So it could be part of a salad, or it could just be its own dish, and you can like throw in a few extra onions and whatever random vegetables you have left over, chop that up, and kind of cook it all together in one pot. That's what I do when I'm in a hostel or some place that I don't have like a huge selection for kitchen stuff. I just, yeah, basically pot lentils and or rice. You can put it together or use it with rice. And then yeah, again, just onions. Maybe if you have a little garlic and just whatever you find. I'm all about uh, thing that's again cheap and healthy, but also low it's quick to make or requires little to no prep work at all. When you're when you're traveling, when you're a digital nomad, or you're just traveling a lot. You don't want to spend a lot of time cooking and preparing food. You just want to make something and have it again healthy. For me, that's important, and just kind of just throw it all together without thinking about it, because you probably have what a million and other things on your mind. So that's important to me. Um, yeah. So let's talk about that for a minute. And I do want to say, like and subscribe if you like what I'm saying. And speaking of subscribing, in my description below, I'm going to list all these superfoods, or a lot of them, that I'm talking about now, that are cheap, healthy, and require very little prep time in my free digital nomad guide, or cheat sheet. I think I call it a cheat sheet. So you can just get them all there. Don't have to worry about taking notes on this video. But I also am mentioning a few other ones that I don't have in the cheat sheet now. So yeah, where was I going? Okay, so the two things. So two things are like um, uh, th- I make salads. So the two things I make a lot are like salads. Are again little prep time. It's cheap, healthy. I just chop a bunch of things up. This is how I chop. I chop a bunch of things up. Um, Throw them in the salad, throw a little bit of whatever. If I find in the hostel they have a little olive oil, great. It's not something I usually end up buying myself when I'm on the road. Okay, if I'm in somewhere, staying somewhere for a couple weeks or more, fine. But if I'm like just moving around, olive oil is a little bit expensive, and you don't want to carry on a big glass bottle. So, yeah, but if they have it there, otherwise, in the hostel or Airbnb I'm staying at, I'll use it. Otherwise, even like not my favorite, but like sunflower oil or just like whatever kind of like cooking oil, I'll throw a little bit of that in. And here's a secret tip. Um, I discovered that mustard and horseradish, my girlfriend taught me this, are really, it's like a really good combo, and you can mix those up, and or you just use one or the other. But they taste really good together. That you know, this isn't like some extra like American type of like barbecue sauce or ranch dressing or stuff that we put like lots of extra sugar. Mustard and horseradish themselves are pretty healthy, and you just mix them up. It tastes amazing. And again, being versatile, talking about that. Oh, mustard is super cheap, by the way. Horseradish maybe a little bit more expensive, but not that much more. And you can throw them in salads or use them as a sauce for that kind of like rice pot, a pot of rice or pot of lentils, and use them as a sauce for that too. So either way, those work really well. And okay, okay, yeah. So I'll make either the salad. I have so much to say; it's hard to say in track. I'll use mustard and horseradish and use that in the salad. So my main dishes for the day will be like I'll make a giant salad, or I make a giant stir-fried pot of something. Speaking of which, oh, another superfood that you can use for salads or stir fries are eggs. I eat eggs all the time because talk about cheap, healthy, packed with protein. The only thing is they're not super portable, so I just try to get enough eggs that I'll use for my stay in that hostel or that Airbnb. I try not to bring eggs back and forth because what the danger is with eggs. They break. Uh, but I always, yeah, even if I'm just staying somewhere a couple of days, like, and I have a couple of extra eggs, get it, extra. If I have some extra, I leave them there in the hostel, whatever. It's cheap enough. But yeah, you can hard boil the eggs, use those for your salads, and of course for the stir fry, you just crack them and stir them in. There you go. Or you could literally make a scrambled egg dish. Another one of my favorite things, which okay, let's break it down into three different things. Okay, so we got your salad, your big salad. You got your mm, giant pot of veggies um, and brown rice or lentils, and then you also have your stir fry, which is maybe a little. It's similar to the giant pot of rice and lentils, but I focus more on with the stir fries, more on like maybe making eggs the centerpiece, if you want to say it. So I'll like just throw in two or three eggs, sometimes four, if I have a lot and I'm hungry. And then a little bit less of the rice type grains in that stir fry, but you could still even put in some rice in a scrambled eggs. That's good too, and it's extra filling that way. And no matter which of those big things, I make a big salad, big stir fry with eggs, or a big pot of rice and veggies. I always try to make more than enough because speaking of saving time, um, you don't want to waste all your time cooking. That way, I can use it for two or a lot of times even three meals by saving the leftovers. So it's super cost affordable, cost affordable, cost friendly, super affordable, um, and it's healthy. You can't get better than that. And the third benefit is that it is very um, quick and portable. So yeah, you make one giant meal and then you use that for two more meals, so you don't have to prep anything else for the next day or two. It's all good. Did I mention all the foods I wanted? So I'm just going to review real quick now. Okay, so we got our foods that we can use that are the most versatile and you can use for as many different things as possible. Are the bananas for the quick and easy snack that you can bring around anywhere. Bananas. Then we have eggs, which you can hard boil them, put them in salads, or stir fry them up, or throw them into rice and cook them in there. Then we have, speaking of rice, brown rice, lentils, onions, peppers, like bell peppers. Oh, speaking of peppers, also let's throw in hot peppers as an honorable mention because they're not going to fill you up, but they're a great addition to any salad to spice things up or stir fry. Again, versatile and pretty cheap if you just can get a couple of them, without the fancy packaging. They're like talking about like 25 cents usually, 50 cents. I don't know. Okay. Um, you know what? Let's put garlic to the list because you can also add garlic in salads. People don't think about that, but you can, and they're portable. You can save whatever you have with garlic, and it's small. It's not going to go bad, so you can like throw that into your backpack. Where are we here? Um, what else do I eat a lot of? Mm, Well, okay, putting myself on the spot. I can't remember. But you get the idea. Yeah, like I usually just try to get like a vegetable, like whether like a zucchini or a broccoli, whatever is the lowest cost. And then okay, maybe I don't eat that raw, but that's also something I'll throw into my stir fries a lot and my pots of rice. And then, um, not coleslaw, cabbage, cabbage. So let's end it there. The cabbage you can eat raw. You can also chop that up, and chop that up into fine slices. Throw that cabbage into your salads, or of course you can cook it into a stir fry or rice. And cabbage is also super underrated. You usually get the most bang for your buck because you get a huge amount that will last for like 3, 4, 5 meals. You can slice chunks of it, and you know, uh, and spaced out like that. It's definitely worth your while. I only would not. I would stay away from cabbage if you're just staying somewhere for like maybe 1 or 2 days, and it's like okay, you're not going to finish the cabbage, and it's like a lot to carry around. You don't want to bring cabbage around from place to place. But I would say if you're going to stay somewhere 3 days or more, for me, cabbage is always worth it. And yeah, so let's end it there. Again, please like, subscribe if you like what I'm saying, and you can get a lot of these awesome foods that I mentioned to stay healthy for free. And I'll have like a little description of them and what I use them for in my cheat sheet, which you can get in the description below, plus a bunch of other stuff. And I will end it there. It's already been 14 minutes. So have an awesome day, and I will see you on the next video. Later, Gator. I need to come up with a cool way to end these. So hasta la vista, Gator. No. All right. It's a work in progress. We'll see. We'll see what I come up with. Bye.